In the matter of Imran Pratapgarhi versus State of Gujarat, Supreme Court set aside and quashed impugned order and FIR. In this judgment, authored by Justice Abhay S. Oka, based on inputs by Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, Supreme Court said on 26 January 2025, our constitution became 75 years old. One of the most important fundamental rights conferred on the citizens of India is under Article 19(1)(a) of the Constitution. It is fundamental right of freedom of speech and expression. This case shows that even after 75 years of existence of our constitution, the law enforcement machinery of the state is either ignorant about this important fundamental right or does not care for this fundamental right. The issue in this appeal revolves around a poem recited in background of a video clip. The video clip was posted on social media by the appellant. The text of the poem had been reproduced in paragraph 13 of the impugned judgment, which reads thus: "ए खून के प्यासों, बात सुनो गर हक की लड़ाई जुल्म सही हम जुल्म से इश्क निभा देंगे गर शमे नगरिया आंतश है हर राह वो शमा जला देंगे गर लाश हमारे अपनों की खतरा है तुम्हारी मनसद का उस रब की सम हंसते हंसते नकतनी लाशें दफना देंगे ए खून के प्यासों बात सुनो." The appellant is a member of the Rajya Sabha. Second respondent is first informant at whose instance a first information report was registered with Jamnagar police station for the offences punishable under section 196, 197, 1302, 299, 57 and 35 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. In the complaint of the second respondent, he stated that on 29 December 2024, on occasion of birthday of one Altaf Ghaffarbhai Khafi, a member of Municipal Corporation of Jamnagar, a mass wedding program was held at Sanjari Education and Charitable Trust. The said municipal councillor invited present appellant to function. Video of the event was made. Appellant posted video on social media platform X for his verified account. Video has the recitation of poem reproduced in the background. Allegation in the complaint was that spoken words of the poem incite people of one community against another, and it hurts a community's religious and social sentiments. It was alleged that the song had lyrics that incited people of other communities to fight for communities' rights. It was alleged that video posted by appellant created enmity between the two communities at the national level and hatred towards each other. It was further alleged that it had detrimental effect on national unity. The appellant filed a petition under section 528 of Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, read with article 226 of Constitution of India, praying for quashing the said FIR. While issuing notice of the said petition, learned judge had directed appellant to file an affidavit disclosing the poem's source. Accordingly, affidavit was filed by the appellant. Supreme Court concluded that subsection 3 of section 173 of BNSS makes a significant departure from section 154 of CRPC. It provides that when information relating to commission of a cognizable offence which is made punishable for 3 years or more but less than 7 years is received by an officer in charge of police station with prior permission of superior officer, police officer is empowered to conduct a preliminary inquiry to ascertain whether there exists a primary facie case for proceeding in the matter. However, under section 154 of CRPC, as held in cases of Lalita Kumari, only a limited preliminary inquiry is permissible to ascertain whether information received discloses a cognizable offence. Moreover, a preliminary inquiry can be made under CRPC only if information does not disclose commission of cognizable offence but indicates necessity for an inquiry. Subsection 3 of section 173 of BNSS is exception to subsection 1 of section 173. In the category of cases covered by subsection 3, police officer is empowered to make a preliminary inquiry to ascertain whether a prima facie case is made out for proceeding in matter even if information received discloses commission of any cognizable offence. Under subsection 3 of section 173 BNSS, after holding preliminary inquiry, if officer comes to conclusion that prima facie case exists to proceed, he should immediately register FIR and proceed to investigate. But if he is of the view that prima facie case is not made out to proceed, he should immediately inform first informant or complainant so that he can avail remedy under subsection 4 of section 173. In case of offence punishable under section 196 of BNS, to decide whether the words either spoken or written or by sign or by visible representation or through electronic communication or otherwise lead to consequences provided in the section, the police officer to whom information is furnished will have to read or hear the words written or spoken, and by taking the same as correct, decide whether an offense under section 196 is made out. Reading of written words or hearing spoken words will be necessary to determine whether contents make out a case of the commission of a cognizable offense. The same is case with offenses punishable under section 197, 299 and 302 of BNS. Therefore, to ascertain whether the information received by officer in charge of police station makes out cognizable offense, officer must consider meaning of spoken or written words. This act on part of police officer will not amount to making preliminary inquiry, which is not permissible under subsection 1 of section 173. The police officers must abide by the constitution and respect its ideals. Philosophy of the constitution and its ideals can be found in the preamble itself. The preamble lays down that the people of India have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Therefore, liberty of thought and expression is one of the ideals of our constitution. Article 19(1)(a) confers a fundamental right on all citizens to freedom of speech and expression. Police machinery is part of the state within the meaning of Article 12 of the Constitution. Moreover, the police officers, being citizens, are bound to abide by the Constitution. They are bound to honor and uphold freedom of speech and expression conferred on all citizens. Clause 2 of Article 19 of Constitution carves out exception to fundamental right guaranteed under subclause A of Clause 1 of Article 19. If there is a law covered by Clause 2, its operation remains unaffected by subclause A of Clause 1. We must remember that laws covered by Clause 2 are protected by way of exception provided they impose a reasonable restriction. Therefore, where an allegation is of the commission of offence covered by law, referred to in clause 2 of article 19, if subsection 3 of section 173 is applicable, it is always appropriate to conduct a preliminary inquiry to ascertain whether prima facie case is made out to proceed against the accused. This will ensure that fundamental rights guaranteed under subclause A of clause 1 of article 19 remain protected. Therefore, in such cases, higher police officer referred to in subsection 3 of section 173 must normally grant permission to police officer to conduct a preliminary inquiry. When an offence punishable under section 196 of BNS is alleged, effect of spoken or written words will have to be considered based on standards of reasonable, strong-minded, firm and courageous individuals and not based on standards of people with weak and oscillating minds. Effect of spoken or written words cannot be judged on basis of standards of people who have always had sense of insecurity or of those who have always perceived criticism as a threat to their power or position. There is absolute rule that when the investigation is at a nascent stage, High Court cannot exercise its jurisdiction to quash an offence by exercising its jurisdiction under Article 226 of Constitution or under Section 482 of CRPC equivalent to Section 528 of BNSS. When the High Court in given case finds no offence was made out on the face of it to prevent abuse of process of law, it can always interfere even though investigation is at nascent stage. It all depends on facts and circumstances of each case as well as nature of offence. There is no such blanket rule putting an embargo on the power of High Court to quash FIR only on the ground that investigation was at a nascent stage. Free expression of thoughts and views by individuals or groups of individuals is integral part of healthy civilized society. Without freedom of expression of thoughts and views, it is impossible to lead a dignified life guaranteed by Article 21 of Constitution. In a healthy democracy, the views, the opinions or thoughts expressed by individual or group of individuals must be countered by expressing another point of view. Even if large number of persons dislike views expressed by another, right of the person to express the views must be respected and protected. Literature, including poetry, dramas, films, stage shows, including stand up comedy, satire, and art, make the lives of human beings more meaningful. The courts are duty bound to uphold and enforce fundamental rights guaranteed under the Constitution of India. Sometimes we, the judges, may not like spoken or written words, but still it is our duty to uphold the fundamental right under Article 19(1)(a). We judges are under an obligation to uphold the Constitution and respect its ideals. If the police or executive fail to honor and protect the fundamental rights guaranteed under Article 19(1)(a) of Constitution, it is duty of the courts to step in and protect the fundamental rights. There is no other institution which can uphold the fundamental rights of citizens. 75 years into our republic, we cannot be seen to be so shaky on our fundamentals that mere recital of a poem, or for that matter, any form of art or entertainment such as stand up comedy, can be alleged to lead to animosity or hatred amongst different communities. Subscribing to such a view would stifle all legitimate expressions of view in the public domain, which is so fundamental to a free society.